Hello everyone, I'm Rba12, and today I'm going to be doing a review of Cave Story for the Nintendo 3DS Eshop. If you know me personally, you know I love Cave Story, and that's not for no reason. In a sense, Cave Story has taken over the world. If you've played it, you loved it, and many people have played it. After all, it is free on the internet, that's how it was originally published, and that's where it remains. So is this $10 version worth it? Well, before we talk about the price, let's talk about the game itself. Because it's in the title of the game, we'll discuss the story. It's hard to talk much about the story without giving away spoilers, so you'll just have to take my word for it. The story is awesome. You begin by waking up in a cave without any memories, and you receive messages from a man named Kazuma who's trying to contact Sue, as you see right now. After a little exploration, you come across the mysterious Mimiga village to learn that an evil villain known as the Doctor is kidnapping and killing little bunny rabbits known as the Mimiga. At the mention of bunnies, the story sounds cutesy, but it's actually very deep, sad, philosophical, and moving. You know a video game story is good when it's philosophical. There we go. Died already. Next is gameplay. If you haven't already noticed, this game is an action platformer. You probably haven't, since there isn't much action going on right now. But as you progress, it does begin to become more complex and chaotic. It's also a bit Metroid-ish, with tons of secrets to discover, including Easter eggs. There are tons of different guns to collect that will help you. They all level up upon gathering bouncy little yellow triangles, and the upgrades are very helpful. It's practically impossible to get through the game without them. Luckily though, these yellow triangles pop out of enemies whenever you defeat them, so they aren't too hard to get. However, if you're not careful and you get hit, you will lose part of your upgrade, so you have to be careful. Now, besides this, all the guns are also very unique, especially the ones like the Bubble Line, the Nemesis, and a few others. But I guarantee you, you will be surprised by how creative they all are. They don't appear, and they don't really appear. Guns like that don't really appear in any other kind of game. So next up are the graphics. This game somehow is able to combine retro 8-bit graphics with the character sprites and mix it with beautiful, detailed artwork. Now, it sounds like that would be bad, but it actually isn't. It works very well, and it really benefits the game in a whole. They're a pleasure to look at, and they contribute to the atmosphere in a huge way. I'm not going to go through that door, because through there is a story bit, and I do not want to spoil anything for you. I've told you pretty much all I can about the story, so if you want to know more, you'll just have to play it yourself, which I definitely recommend doing. So, after that, we have the soundtrack. Games that have good soundtracks are awesome for me. I know a soundtrack rocks when I go to the trouble of putting it on my MP3 player. Cave Story soundtrack fits that perfectly. It even has a Jukebox Mode that lets you play various songs from the game. There are tons of awesome tunes in this game, that are all very unique. From the depressing geothermal to the song On to Bushlands that will make you want to shout onward, this game has it all. So last but definitely not least is the replayability. This is where the eShop version sticks out from the original. Now the original only had story mode. However, the eShop version includes Curly Story, which is the same as the story mode, only you play as Curly, who is one of the characters from the game. It also includes 4 challenges. They are all very difficult. I've only been able to complete 1. So, with all these extra modes, along with hard mode, which prevents you from getting any extra health throughout the game, which only a handful of people have beaten, by the way, you will continuously be coming back for the eShop version over the original. So now, what about the price? Well, I recommend playing the original first. I'll leave a link in the description where you can download that. If you like that and you want more, which you definitely will, buy the eShop version. All of its additional modes and challenges will constantly keep you coming back for more. Also, it's a lot of fun to have this game portable. And if you're a Cave Story fan who only had access to the original, it's a pleasure to finally see it on an actual console. Unless you've downloaded it from another source, like on Steam, which it is available on there, by the way. However, the 3DS Eshop version is the one that's the most complete. All of them are missing some sort of mode that other versions have. Well, this one is basically a complete collection of all of those. So, for inspiring me to become an indie developer myself, this is an indie game, by the way, and for being one of the greatest games of all time, Cave Story gets 10 out of 10. Don't forget to download the original. This has been Rba12 reviewing Cave Story for the 3DS eShop. Thanks for watching.